there. I'm going to get started. All right. So I'm at my kiddos dance place, so there's not going to be a seamless video. It's going to be a little back and forth. But let's talk about the center. It seems to be going rather well with the transition with us sharing and working with the Mont Clemens Rec Center with the city. So Amanda is the main person, and I see her mostly during the day. So she usually is there between 11 and 3. And so far, so good. I know the heat is an issue. We're still working on that. And as well as just a few little nuances here and there, but nothing too big. So it seems to be going rather well as far as that goes. So I'm excited about that. I appreciate the transition with the mats, with the counter space is working out really well, and then our dance floor. So one little note with that I will let class managers know as well is if there's going to be a class after ours, we're going to either put the tripod, our live stream tripod, on the stage, or we're going to just fold it down and put it next to the stage. So that's where how we're gonna work that. All right, and then let's see. Let's get moving here. Fit Club is underway. My sign up isn't the prettiest, but there is a sign up in the center, and also I kind of did a post for them to sign up online as well. So as far as just let me know or let one of us know and we'll get them on the list. And I'm going to be ordering more of our Fit Club shirts to bring in. There's the t-shirt and the tank top, or the tank, and I have a sample of the tank. It's hanging by our counter. All right. February challenge is coming. Still working a little bit on the details of it, but the gist of it is it starts February 1st. It is 23 classes in the month of February, and I'm going to have them be all in-person classes. So online classes will not count towards the 23 count. People are welcome to take as many classes, do whatever they would like, but it's going to be 23 classes in person to earn the tank or t-shirt. And I purchased to earn the tank. T-shirt. I ordered a bunch and I can't remember right now what they are. So I think it's a t-shirt. Anyways, moving forward. So I'm still working if I'm going to say 1 or 2 doubles a week allowed, right? So still working on that. And my goal is 1, obviously to get people into the center, and 2, then to have more participation, right? As far as people coming in and actually taking classes, and then also to just sort of try different times. So if you're looking to that Friday double in the morning doesn't work, we have doubles pretty much Monday through Friday available for our customers in the evening as well. So I'm hoping maybe we'll see a little cross from morning people coming evening coming morning, trying some weekend classes in order to accomplish the challenge. So that is that. And let's see here. All right, the formats. That is the big one that's coming up. And let me see here. We've got the 3 main formats, and they are going to be giving communication coming out starting tomorrow. They will be sending some emails about these format name changes. And let me just grab one thing here, sorry, while I got you on the line. I thought I had this out, but I didn't. Here it is. Okay, let me get myself positioned back over here in my spot. Okay, so we know that these changes are coming, right? Like for instance, today I taught a strength class. That strength class is now going to be called Sculpt. Right, I taught 45 minutes, so it's going to be called Sculpt 45. Brandy then taught an interval dance mix, and then that is going to now be called a cardio sculpt. And the names are rather specific to what they do. For instance, what we used to refer to as dance mix and interval dance mix will be cardio sculpt. Fusion and interval fusion, power sculpt. Flip fusion and strength class will be called sculpt. And then for Express, it's going to be called Cardio 30. Strength 30 will be Sculpt 30. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but there is a little cheat sheet right here. And I have it, I printed it, I kind of took a screenshot and printed it out, but you can find this information in the mix. So if you haven't had a chance, please get into In the Mix. There are 2 in particular that pertain right to explaining further about these changes that are coming to our formats and kind of why Jazzercise is doing them and all the good things. For instance, one is to bring us up with the times as far as has language used when it comes to fitness. And for 2, like it just to easier explain, cardio and sculpting. All right, sounds like I'm going to get cardio and some strength work in there. Yes, yes. Where something like dance mix kind of to me sounds older, and also it's like, what is dance mix? So we don't have to explain that anymore. The main thing is, yes, our customers are going to have some questions, but I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. They might be on the dance floor and be like, oh yeah, this is an old dance mix set, right? How fun, right? No big deal. Our new customers, this will be their thing. And then for us, it is harder, right? We now have to kind of frame our mind a little differently to think about as we're presenting our class, as we talk about our class is going to be different. Our language isn't going to be about top of the curve. Our language isn't going to be about mediums or medium heavy, or now this is strength only section. Our language is going to be so much more about what the whole class is as a full. And again, in the mix on the studio, they have given us, sorry about that. You know, I do a take 1 and take 2, but sometimes you just got to go for it. So in the mix, they have given us for each one of the formats, like here's the cardio sculpt benefits. I printed it out. I'm a print. That's just how I read best that way. So it gives us examples of language and also like how to talk about the class and social media, what you might say from the stage, and just some benefits. They're short and sweet, but they're really helpful to kind of help us instructors reshape our minds about what we're presenting. We're still going to be presenting our formats that we have. I'm going to go into my iTunes and I'm going to change the names of my formats so I can start knowing what in my head is. Now, Cardio Sculpt has 2 options, right? Cardio Sculpt is our old dance mix and our old interval dance mix. So what we're going to do for the month of February, and then I think we might change things up, is I'm going to keep this schedule so we all can just sort of get used to what it's like teaching with these different formats as far as our brains, different names, I should say, different names in our heads, different lingo, different language that we're using. I'm going to get the schedule done, and it'll say cardio sculpt with a little option 1, like 01, or just a 1 next to it. And then the next day it might be, like for instance, if you taught in the evening a 6 o'clock strength 30, and then you taught a fusion class. So that would be, you're going to see by your name, 6 o'clock strength or sculpt 30, and then 6:30. That fusion class is the power sculpt option 2. I think it's option 2. And then you'll know, oh, she's thinking about the old fusion set. So we're still kind of, as instructors behind the scenes, figuring out what we're going to present on stage from our old sets, right? From the old names. We're still going to be doing that. Now, the customers, we don't refer to anything as option 1 or option 2. Right? And this is explained probably much clearer by, I believe it's Emily on one of the videos in the mix. So we are going to not say, I'm teaching option 2 cardio sculpt. You're going to say, I'm teaching cardio sculpt today, and you're going to go and you're going to teach your set. Just for our personal preparation, we're going to know that that was an interval dance mix set that I brought and so it's going to have, our language is going to be about, we're really going to bring that heart rate up and down. You're going to love this cardio section. And if you happen to have a lot of core work in there, you can talk about, it's really packed with a lot of core. It's going to feel extremely dynamic. And so, just different ways that we're going to bring it, but behind the scenes, we're retraining our brains. In the future, the schedule is just going to show cardio sculpt, and I'm going to take out option 1 and option 2, and we're going to, as instructors, look at our week and know what is best to present for our customers, right? And for ourselves. And I think also, without our customers seeing the option 1 and option 2 on the actual schedule that they see online, if there is any swapping, it is so much more seamless. No customers like, I was really looking forward to flip fusion and now it's strength. No, it's just going to be that sculpt class that's coming up. So It definitely is going to help with a flow of making different types of changes. I'm actually really excited about this change. I think it's a forward thinking move. I think it's a bigger picture type of move and really lends to making changes without everything feeling so big. Just that little change of an instructor subbing for somebody else and still being able to keep the schedule as it is. But we can change things up in the background a little bit and just keep that between instructors. So I think that is a really great benefit to this whole to-do going on. Okay, so I know that was a lot of information. I am encouraging you, again, if maybe rewatch or please watch the In the Mix regarding there's a couple of them in particular. I believe there's 3, but there's 2 with videos that really will help explain further what it is I am attempting to get out to you. So that's the main cusp of this meeting, was to kind of talk over these new formats and what the schedule looked like. Speaking of the schedule. So online, our customers and we will only see those main names. Those options will not be there. So for this first month of February, when I get the schedule done, I'll take a picture or make copies and make sure you each have that so we can see, like, oh, I'm teaching option 1, cardio sculpt, option 2 of sculpt today, that kind of deal. So we can start training our brains. And then we're going to let the reins loose a little bit, but just not quite yet. So I think that will be the best way for us to handle how we want to do our these big name changes that we've got coming up. I'm so excited about them. All right. Last but not least, there's also this instructor growth that they have brought in. And that is another thing to look at for In the Mix, please, because it's going to be really exciting. And I'm not going to go too much into it in this video, but my one little note that I would like to make is just recently I finished the Excellent Initiative. Admittedly, I did not take my Instagram shot and do my photo of, you're supposed to take these like photo moments. I did not upload any photo moments to that, but I did do the rest of it and I was so glad. The last 2 in particular were extremely helpful. Again, it was talking about language and just kind of really taking a look at how we are talking. For instance, today I was feeling like I was saying a lot of directions quickly, like shoulders back, shoulders down, all these kind of things. And then like, head up, doing all this, all these things, all these, commands coming out. And I was like, slow down, Rebecca. Let's just maybe focus on the upper body cueing. And so I did. And then I was like, no, we're feeling comfortable with that. And then the next round I could talk about the lower body. So it was just a really good reminder of kind of like how we present ourselves on stage. So I really enjoyed it very much, finishing that, feeling good about that. And I'm encouraging you to as well as we go into this new year and to this new format of how we're going to be doing our instructor growth. All right, that was a lot. So let me just recap. The center is going forward. We are still part of Mott Clemens Community Center, and we are partnering here with the Macomb, with the city of Mott Clemens. I am going to be working hard on figuring out how I can blend that as well, like maybe getting a pass or 2 that actually is part of the rec center's offerings, as well as they have been including us in their advertising if you haven't seen. I think that's really great. Really, really great. So, all right, that is moving forward. Fit Club is underway. People are really excited about that. Our February challenge, 23 classes in February, all in person. And I believe we're going to allow, I haven't figured out, 1 or 2 doubles. I kind of just want to look at a little math here per week. And then the format changes. And please reach out to me if I haven't reached out to you and you have a question. So my goal is to reach out to each one of you to make sure that you feel comfortable about what's coming, because it's the 29th, everything is changing. Like what we see on the app and what we see online is all changing. And then please finish up that excellence initiative. If you can, check out the videos. Just finish through and watch, and I think you'll feel very encouraged and just learn. I learned a few things. I was like, yes, that's right. I needed to be refreshed on that. And anyway, it was good stuff. So I hope you all are well. I continue to appreciate you every single day. All the things that you all do, the way that you pivot, the way that you take care of something. If it's happening, in real time, which it is always, and a lot of times live because we are doing live stream. So thank you very much, everybody, for continuing to do all your work. I appreciate you very much. Last note, I think it's really important that we meet, and I was not great at doing that. I value each one of your time so very much. I know how hard it is to create sets, to present them, and so I know that takes a lot of time while you're at home. And so I'm always constantly thinking about trying not to invade your space and your time, but we need to meet at least once a quarter. I think it will just be such a good idea and a way for us to chat and talk. I would love to have you over my home, treat you a little bit, maybe a little wine, some cheese, some, or not cheese, whatever, wine and something, and or water. Okay, I digress. My point is I would like us to meet at least once a quarter. So we're just in January right now. We have time. I'd really like us to get a meeting in for this first quarter. All right. And I will also be creating a video for our class managers, just to, a thank you for one. They've been working hard, and also a little heads up about the name changes and just the work in the studio. So for them, it's been a lot, right? So they've been doing a lot of different opening and closing, looks really different. Okay, that's my recap. Have a great day. Bye.